It is happening, and um, we could not be more excited than what we are right now. So stand by to listen to the latest news of the Healing Words podcast. Coming to you straight from Studio 14, this is Healing with Words. Some time ago, I got behind. It was another set of microphones because now we've actually uh, gone up when it comes to the quality of microphone. But I stood behind a microphone and I opened my heart and I told you about my dreams for the future, and not just when it comes to the Healing with Words podcast, but also when it comes to my plans and in expanding my outreach to include a particular target population. And I had mentioned the fact that it looked like it was going to happen, and I'm excited to say that it is actually going to happen. And so we are very excited. And just as a recap of what I talked about, when I first got into counseling to become a marriage and family therapist, my original desire was to minister to the ministers, to take care of the shepherds so the shepherds could take care of the sheep. And I did I did a lot of training when it comes to that, and I had some opportunities in helping shepherds who have fallen, who had stumbled into healing and being restored back to the pulpit. And last time that I talked to you about this, I told you that I was involved with a nonprofit organization, and that has been for, my guess, around 42 years since we've been married, because they started this ministry in the same year that my bride and I got married. But my original dream was to go ahead and minister to the ministers. Well, since the last time I talked about that until today, the board of directors met and they did approve to shift gears when it comes to this particular ministry and focus entirely on ministering to the ministers and to the missionaries. And so at the moment, they're selling their 10-acre property, which was humongous as they had originally targeted the migrant population. And after a number of these ministries popped up around us, they now officially have shifted gears and into ministering to the ministers. And they've asked me to be part of that. So what it means is they're selling the property and they're moving the ministry into a single-family home of maybe a couple of acres for the purpose of, again, ministering to the ministers. Not only myself, but also my bride and I have been involved in doing some couple coaching, some premarital counseling, and such. And so we're excited to say that we were approved to do that. And so we are. The good news is we're very excited about that. We are looking right now for land to move this ministry to that, where we would, for the most part, be doing these counseling and intensives via Zoom, but also to try to find a nice place where, if need be, pastors and their families or couple pastors can come in and spend some time with us being ministered to. I've been asked, to try to explain a little bit better, and in the parable of the Good Samaritan, we have now become the inn, the INN, that temporary place where those who have been wounded, either through reasons outside of their control or because of having made choices, that they can come for a temporary basis and get well and get healed. And the idea is, who's going to be paying for this? And so the idea is either the pastor is going to be paying for this, most likely the church whose pastor has stumbled and fallen, and or people who like the idea of having ministry that ministers to the minister. Now, again, I'm very excited about that because not only have I been counseling for 38 years, but back in 1991 I became an ordained minister of the gospel, and so I know I'm not looking from a distance at the pastors, but I am a minister myself, having experienced what it's like ministering and leading churches. One which was 100 years old, and some just starting churches. And so when it comes to the gamut, not only have I been privy to the mindset and the challenges for that, but also my bride has been, well, the not only the wife of a therapist, but the wife of a pastor. And so we are excited that at this time in our lives, God has said, okay, let's go ahead and we're going to shift gears, and I'm going to be using the two of you in this direction. And so that's the great news, is the fact that we're going to be doing this. The bad news, if you want to call it bad news, is the fact that because we are selling the property and we're moving the ministry to another place, and please pray for us that we will find the right place, that for the next number of weeks, to maybe 3-4 weeks or so, we're moving. And so as I continue my full-time professional counseling via telehealth, I have to be helping to pack. And so my dear bride and volunteers that our Father has sent over to help us move, they're all boxing and packing things and so forth and so on. And so all this to say, this is the last episode of Season 3. It is episode 12 of Season 3. And it is appropriate for us to let you know we're going to take a short break when it comes to these podcasts so that we can pack. And hopefully by the time we come back, still going to have the background because I kind of like it. Or it may change. Who knows? But hopefully by the next time that we have this podcast, I'll be looking straight at you and going, we're here. We're in the new place. Probably recognize it? No. But again, very excited about what God is doing. And so just want to let you know that, again, we're going to take a break until we're hoping that, Lord willing, we'll be moved in completely to the new place by August, sometime in August. And then we will begin season 4 of Healing with Words. What's going to come in season 4? Well, I do have an idea, but I would love to hear from you. And so if you have any ideas as to topics that you would like to have covered here in Healing with Words, would you please email us? We have a dedicated email just for this. And I will go ahead and post it underneath. But it's M as in marriage, and then the word family, FAMILY, then T as in training, and C as in channel. So it's mfamilytc at AOL. I'm kind of old school. At AOL.com. And if you are interested in, if you're a minister or a pastor or know someone that needs some reaching out to, that's a different email address. And for that, and again, I will post it underneath also. Uh, but if you like to begin counseling in that sense, bringing the healing in that sense, that email is GS, then the word mission, 1984 or 1984, which is when it was started, at gmail.com. Again, GS mission 1984 at gmail.com. So we'd like to thank you so much for being part of this journey, which, as you can tell, is definitely not boring. Um, so we're hoping to see you in August. Uh, Hoping that by that time we'll be broadcasting from and recording from the new place. Need to find out what the studio number is on that one. But Studio 14 is being sold for now. So we hope to see you on the other side. And God bless you. And we'll see you soon. Thanks.